Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Crypto Boy in Oz and I'm Mark, and I wanted to do a quick video on a hot topic at the minute, which is the Refinable token. And well, there's a lot of controversy going on. There's a lot of people saying it's a scam. The Refinable team have been getting slated because in essence, the coin itself, by the time 99.999% of the prospective buyers got the chance to actually buy the coin, it had virtually gone up to $5+ thereabouts, and there was nothing, no matter how quick they were, there was no way around it. There was no way of getting it for the 0.03 cents, which is what it was advertised at. And in reality, it did start at 0.033 cents, but no one had any chance of getting it at that price. And the reason being, a few people have got bots, and they've basically created bots to purchase the tokens in milliseconds. So even having the Telegram page open, right clicking, copying, pasting, exchanging for your BNB, in reality, it was probably like 1,000 times too slow, even at the fastest possible speed you could do it. That's one of the downsides with bots. It's not really a fair system. There's got to be a better way of actually doing these IDOs for people to get in. There's got to be a way of totally preventing bots. I don't know what that is, but it's not a fair system, and people have just got exploited. They've ended up spending way more money than they should have done. And in the defense of the Refinable team, they did do everything that they thought possible to prevent bots from actually purchasing, but it didn't work. And they know it didn't work. They know the upset of the community. They've done internal investigations into it, but in the end, they've not offered anything in the way of an apology, I would say. And people have kind of said, well, they want the BNB back, or they want an airdrop for the Refinable tokens, which it would be nice. I mean, I was expecting 100,000 Refinable tokens. I exchanged 19 Binance coins for Refinable, and I was kind of working it out. It was 0.033 cents. I had 49% slippage, and I actually thought, okay, maybe I'm not going to get it at 0.033 and get it at like 5 cents or just under. I was thinking more along the lines of 10 cents. Or 10 cents, I mean, come on, I'm doing it quick enough. Surely I must be able to get it at 10 cents. And that's where like 100,000 fine tokens came into play. And because the systems were like overrun, there was a lot of delay, there was a lot of screen freezing, and you clicked exchange and like it just spun and spun and spun and nothing happened. And then you click it again, and in the heat of the moment, you're kind of reacting on impulse because you just want to get them coins as quick as possible, thinking you're beating everybody else. And the downside is when you're doing the exchange, you've got BNB on the top, and then you've got fine on the bottom, but it's advertised at 0.003 cents. But you're not actually seeing it in cents. Your brain isn't thinking, because visually you're not seeing the price. You're not seeing 0.03 cents, 33 cents or whatever it was. You're seeing what you're actually getting in Refinable tokens. And even though you could do the calculation beforehand and think, right, you should be getting 100,000 or whatever, in the heat of the moment, an impulse, and you've built yourself up for this moment to get these fine tokens. So there's a lot of positive energy surrounding you going into clicking on exchange and getting them, and you kind of don't think, or you don't really think of the consequences of what the price is you're paying for it, because you can't comprehend what it is at in that moment. So people actually got the exchange done. And then, like me, the only way I realised what I'd actually got for my money was reverse it. So I put my fine. I ended up with 1,525 fine. So I put that at the top exchange for BNB, and it ended up where it was like 19, 20 BNB, and then it went up to about 24 BNB, and I ended up kind of feeling a bit sick, to be honest, and I didn't really know what to do, and my instinct told me to sell them, but something kept me from selling them, and I ended up letting it go down to about 11 BNB, and then it went up to 13 something BNB, and then I cashed out back into BNB, so I lost 3,000 US dollars, which is sickening, and a lot of people have lost way more than I have, but I don't think it's fair to point blame on the Refinable team, because I think at the moment the only way to launch coins, like in an IDO perspective, is through these platforms like Pancakeswap. You can't just launch an IDO onto like Coinbase or Binance, even though Binance are behind the project. They start on these platforms, and how else do you actually do a launch? You've got to get the address out somehow. The only thing I can think of is you've got to go through some kind of captcha to stop the bots. Maybe that would be an answer to it. So you like when you accessing certain websites and you get the captcha, and some of them are just a simple tick, but then some of them are a bit more complex. There's a process to go through where you've got to like select the zebra crossing, or you select how many bikes or how many boats or fire hydrants, and you might have to do that twice on two separate grids. And then when you've done that, then you get the address flashing up. So then it'd make it fair, because I don't think a bot could get around that, and it's got to be done by real people. And there isn't really a mega fast way of doing it. I mean, you can do it as quick as you can, but it's not like you're just clicking a button. So it's not like 3 clicks. You've got to actually put a bit of time and effort into visually looking at what's what before you'd get to the point where it's giving you the wallet address. And I think if you could do something like that, that'd be a way fairer way of doing launches on IDOs. So then that'd eliminate the bots. Now I know it's not as simple as that. It's not like you're posting it on Telegram. You'd have to create like a website, but then just create a website. Just create the subdomain of your Refinable website, which nobody knows what it is because it's an unrecognizable address. You won't tell anyone. You post the address to the website. That opens the captcha. You go through the process of the captcha and you make it as difficult as possible so no bot could actually fool it. And then at the end, then it releases the address. And I think that would be a way fairer way of doing it. And if you could, if everybody could get back the equivalent in fine that they actually expected, that'd be awesome. But in reality, I can't imagine that happening. I don't know the complexities of it all, but I think if you did an airdrop and give everyone kind of an average of what they kind of expected, then that's not really fair either. But I just think you've got to learn from this. And if I'd have lost more Binance coins, I'd have probably been feeling as bitter as some of the people what have been leaving messages. And I can understand, because it was such an unfair way of doing it. But I think all IDOs releasing exactly the same method. And to me, it's just, all it does is create these kind of issues where you're getting people that have got bots that have got an unfair advantage, and you knew that bots would end up buying the coins, but you still really didn't proactively think of a better way of getting the addresses out to people that are bot free. So yeah, if you watch it, if anyone from the Refinable team is watching this, I hope you implement. Well, obviously you're not going to be releasing another IDO, but it's food for thought. I think there's a better way of doing it. And for anybody that's lost out, I really feel for you. And I don't think you're going to get your Binance coin back. I think that's an impossibility. If there was a way of getting compensated in fine tokens, that'd be absolutely amazing. But again, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine that happening. But yeah, moving forward, I think I'd be very reluctant to get an idea, like go on the public sale. I think I'd be very reluctant because I just think it's just up for abuse. And if it doesn't change on how you actually get your wallet displayed to you on screen for everybody fairly, that's bot-free risk, I think until that moment comes, this is my first and last idea. Okay, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, subscribe to the channel. So I'm brand new at doing this, so I'm no BitBoy Crypto. I'm no George from Cryptos or Us. I'm just getting into it. So, but I just wanted it to be a different perspective. So these guys have driving Hellcats and got massive portfolios, and I kind of think there's not really a channel out there which is giving the information what all these other gurus are giving you. And they're not really gurus, are they? I mean, I love Ben and George and Aaron from Altcoin and Altcoin Daily. They give you so much information, but they've all winners. They all got into Bitcoin like long ago, like 2013, around that time. So they've been in it a long time. They've got massive portfolios, and I know they're honest. But I think when you're hearing it from somebody that's like the same as you, that's literally got a tiny portfolio. I mean, I showed you what fine coins I've got. And it's like 266 or whatever it was. And my portfolio isn't massive. In fact, I'll share it with you. So this is what I have. Total portfolio. I actually had more, but I lost. How many BNB did I lose? I lost over 3. I had 12.7 BNB, and it went down 30%. So I had 3 BNB on top of all this. So this is my portfolio. It's not massive. The refinable's gone up considerably. If I hadn't bought it on an IDO, I'd have been happy. But considering I thought I was paying 3.3, well, realistically, I thought I might have been paying 10 cents a coin, and I ended up paying not far off this amount here. I think this is pretty much what I paid for it, or thereabouts. So yeah, and I hope you can relate a bit better with me now, because there's probably going to be more people out there like me that have put money into it, like proper fiat money, invested, and trying to change your life. And I've got a goal, as I've mentioned on previous videos, 10,000, 200,000 before the end of the bull run. When the bull run ends, who knows? People tend to think that it goes in cycles. Every 4 years it drops dramatically, which I'm kind of thinking that is the norm, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen this time around, just because there's so much financial institutions involved. It's not like before. I mean, this is completely different. It's not retail investors that are making up 99% of the market. I think now it's flipped on its head, and it's institutions and investors that is probably 90% of the market compared to retail private investors, which is just a drop in the ocean. You've got like Michael Saylor who's invested like 90 billion into Bitcoin, and you've got all these institutions, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, I think Facebook have just come in on the scene, PayPal, all these companies and institutions buying big on Bitcoin. So makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like, this bull run is going to keep going and people are expecting it like October, November, December, even early January, early next year. It's going to drop and go down like the same as it has done in the past, like 85, 90, 95%. But like, can it actually go down that much? Because all these big investment firms, they're not whales. They're not just going to buy it all and dump it all back into the market and buy it back again. It's they're keeping it, holding it long term as cash reserves, but crypto reserves. It might not actually come down. So anyone that's getting in now, I mean, to be honest, if you'd got in January, that would have been way better. But even getting in now, it's gonna go up so much towards the end of the year. And if this bull run doesn't finish, I mean, it might just keep on going for a considerable amount of time, because like now it's different than like the 2017, 2018, because it was all speculative. Like all these coins, they were coming out with a white paper, and it was all like what they got to do, what they got to achieve, what they got to accomplish. And now that time's gone on, most of them companies, it's not what they're going to achieve. They actually are achieving, and they are a proper use case. They've got fundamentals behind them. So is the speculation on price going to be so big? Is it going to go up and down so much? I'm not sure. I'll be keeping an eye on it, and when I'm following like the guys that I watch, told you, like Crypto, Ben and George. I think when I'm going to be following that very closely as it gets towards like October time, and see where the price is at. And if I need to, then I will probably pull a percentage out and put it into a stable coin. But I might just ride the wave and keep it all in there, and hopefully get to the point where I can accumulate enough to get myself a Bitcoin, maybe a few Ethereum. I mean, I could get Ethereum now. I've got enough, but I think I should really have one Ethereum in my portfolio. But I believe in all these projects, and at the end of the day, Ethereum is an altcoin. There's only one true coin, which is Bitcoin. Every other coin is an altcoin. And then you've got some scam coins, but would I sooner have one coin with Ethereum, $2,700, which I could exchange my Cardano now for an Ethereum. But I just believe big in all of these, like Cardano, XRP. If this lawsuit ends up being settled amicably and XRP come out on top, I think they go to moon. Polkadot, they've undervalued. I mean, they should not be $36. Chainlink, like, it's the most important oracle. Well, it's the oracle that I believe is probably going to be the biggest. Well, it currently is the biggest, but I think it will be the biggest anyhow. And they all need oracles, so that's undervalued. Refinable, the first NFT marketplace on the Binance chain, even though Binance are now saying they're going to do an NFT marketplace, which bit of a conflict of interest if you ask me, but there you go. This is my little tiny market cap punt, if you will. It's an NFT. I just thought I'd put some money in it. Only had like a $15 million market cap. Pancakeswap, there's more transactions on Pancakeswap than Ethereum, so they're mega undervalued. They should be in the top 10 for sure. Solana, they're just massive. They're way undervalued. VeChain, I absolutely love. George has got me kind of hooked on VeChain. Chinese project, and as soon as China government opens up cryptocurrencies to be able to buy them from Chinese exchanges, and probably stipulate they've got to buy Chinese coins. I think VHA's got to absolutely moon. Band Protocol, another one. Harmony. Yeah. I mean, you said they were all undervalued, but like January, they were like a fraction of what they are now. And then like BZ Protocol and Red Fox Labs, I've not got, my portfolio isn't that extensive. I've not got that much money. And I just want to increase. But where'd you get your money from? I keep trying to get more money into it, but you got to earn it, haven't you? Anyway, I'll stop right there. Video's long enough. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for listening. If you do like it, subscribe, hit the like button. Got any comments, leave comments. Want a video on something specific in the comments. Thanks very much. Till next time.